This week, the World Health Organization marks the International Lead Poisoning Prevention Week of Action. The campaign week runs from the 21st to the 27th of October with the aim to boost community and individual awareness about lead poisoning through many different activities and to make an urgent appeal to all countries to eliminate lead paint. The bottom line is there is no need to add lead to paint. Reformulation of paints using safer alternative chemicals will protect our children and communities. Lead paint, unfortunately, still lurks in homes, in schools, and on toys, and is an important source of lead exposure for children.
My name is Michael Msenga. I'm the National Lead Elimination Advisor, and this year's WHO all over the world, they have marked the International Lead Poisoning Week of Action as from 21st October to 27th October. And the WHO has spearheaded the process of actually urging all the governments in the world, in the member states of WHO, there's 194 member states, to actually step up the proceedings of establishing legally binding laws to limit lead in paint so that to protect the children's health. So even here in Zambia, actually, the government has done so well in terms of agreeing to the process of the World Global Alliance to Eliminate Lead in Paint, which is a corporate initiative, world corporate initiative led by WHO and the United Nations Environment Program to try and establish a legally binding process to limit lead in paint. The strictest standard in the world is 90 parts per million, which has been accepted and documented by the Zambia Bureau of Standards Taking Committee recently. What is remaining now is to establish a legally binding drafting team that will look into the process of a legal process so that we can now come up with a legally binding standards which will protect both the public, the children, including the elders, also to guide the process of manufacturing paint in Zambia. We have so far several countries in Africa which have established these laws, such as Cameroon, Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, and these have already established the laws. What is remaining now is Zambia. If we don't establish these laws in as early as this year, I know by next year, the Zambian communities will have difficulties to trade in the other parts of the country, other parts of Africa, as well as the world over. So we are very, very happy to celebrate or to participate in this year's International Lead Poisoning Week of Action, in which we are also urging our established authorities to actually sit, which we are going to sit, I think, in 2 weeks' time, so that we establish these laws as per the requirements of the Minister of Justice.
to paint our homes, schools, and toys, and is an important source of lead exposure to our children. Lead poisoning from this is entirely preventable. Lead has devastating health concerns on human health, in particular children. The health effects can have lifelong impacts and damage to body organs, behavior problems, as well as mental and physical problems and brain damage in children. Lead paint, a major source of childhood lead exposure, can cause permanent and irreversible brain damage in children. Lead exposure from all sources is also responsible for a higher percentage of adult mortality than previously thought. Though experts and many paint manufacturers stress that elimination of lead paint is a viable goal, safe and affordable alternative to lead additives are widely available. The paint studies conducted in Zambia reveal need for strong regulations and enforcement for the sake of protecting children's health. The paint studies conducted in Zambia and many other countries reveal need for laws for the sake of protecting our health. On behalf of the children of Zambia, I appeal to our parents, paint industry, academia, civil society organizations, community, and the government to work together in regulating lead in paint for the children's health. Let us tackle lead poisoning as part of Make Zambia Clean, Green, and Healthy, which was recently launched by our beloved Republican President. I therefore present the lead paint study in Zambia research report to our guest of honor for onward transmission to our beloved President. Thank you.
As we strive towards achieving Vision 2030, we must uphold our national values and principles for a better Zambia. We must remain united if we have to sustain the gains we have achieved so far. To foster this unity, we need to continue to dialogue with each other. It is only through dialogue that we will resolve our issues and focus our energies on developmental matters.
Is there ready indeed to present awards, recognitions, and as Pastor rightly put it, this is going to Mama Elizabeth Mufaya. Mama, it's good to have our mothers.
Commitment and determination to ensure the event is successful, it is enjoyable and colorful. Long live Zambia and happy birthday to Mother Zambia.
Good job, you live in our mother country.